Hi, welcome back to the channel. Today we are once again at the beautiful Park Hyatt Tokyo, which just reopened, and I'm staying here for 2 days. This is Premier Suite number 4801 on the 48th floor, and here we have the room which used to be the previous Park Suite, and now it has been redesigned and reshuffled a little bit in terms of the room assignments and descriptions. Now the hotel calls this a Premier Suite, and we will talk a little bit more about the room assignments at the end of this video. However, let's first start and have a little look around. Here we have the foyer, and room number 4801 is the corner right when you get out of the elevator. The hotel has retained almost all design elements from the previous style, including these textile walls, and what they also kept is the original artwork. They changed the colors a little bit, but all in all, this has been very, very tastefully done, and I'm quite satisfied with it. All the worries that people had in the past of like the hotel might change something and that would be like elementary different, I think it wasn't really that much of a big deal. And as you will see, this has turned out rather nicely. You have the nice little decorations everywhere, like here is some vegetation in a big vase. There's also this turquoise vase here on the side, and then we have the new couches, one here on the right and the other one on the left. And let's talk a little bit here about the furniture. There's also my amenity, which includes a small birthday cake as well as the Renard champagne. Very, very nice. There's also a letter from the hotel, as well as here is some of the like more decor. Unfortunately, somebody damaged these books already, but no need to look at this too much in detail. In any case, like you will see here with these couches, the style is a little bit different because previously there was the yellowish couch that was in a curved shape. Now you have the one that is a little bit of a square, but it has more round applications, and it is very comfortable to sit on, I have to say. The same goes for these two chairs that are completing the seating group. And what is also gone is a set of telephones, the 1990s style telephones. Now we have the cordless ones, and here's a phone guide as well as a notepad. The view from here, as always, is absolutely beautiful. It is now January 4th, and it's roughly 2 p.m. Beautiful view today, also towards Mount Fuji from the lobby. And then what also got renewed is the TV. Look at this huge TV. This is brand new, and all this furniture was replaced. Same style, however. So I'm very interested to figure out how they eventually made this to the point of like having pretty much a similar features in the room, but with brand new furniture. So this must have been quite a task. Here you have the mini bar, like always, very well equipped with juices, some alcohol, as well as even pocari, some bottles of Coca-Cola, soda, etc. And here is some glassware for the Nespresso, as well as the tea set. Here's Nespresso and some red wine, snacks, tea, all beautiful. We can close it again. Here are more books. Here is the dining table, and I've written a couple things recently on a post on a social media post in response to somebody complaining about these tables now being in like an oval shape. I don't think this is much of an oval. I mean, it has a round edge, but I don't think this is a big oval dining table. And if you look the way that I put the chairs together, they're still plenty of space to sit on this table and to dine with 4 people. Now, can you sit here on this edge? You could, but not properly, but it's still possible. However, I don't get why people are so hung up around these the square-shaped tables that used to be in here. I think this is very nice. So, looks very proper. Here's an air purifier. It's another couch. And they also kept the greens, the greenery. This is real, by the way. So this is fresh. You can see Shinjuku Chuo Park, Metropolitan Government Building. Over there is a New York Bar and Grill, a little bit on the edge. We can't see it from here, but there is the swimming pool. We're gonna check that out later. So now we are back here in the bedroom, and look at this large bed. This can also be partitioned into 2 double beds. You can see it here. So you can either pull it apart or put it together, and then you have plenty of space. So if you come here with family, you can probably book the suite and like have everything taken care of, no problem whatsoever. But this was done completely new, and the way that they changed the headboard, this is like a leather surface now, and look at all the fixings here, the functions for the reading lights and the curtains, new telephone. Again, the original artwork was retained, another large TV. Plenty of natural light here. Beautiful. More lounge chairs. Another air purifier. And this part of the bathroom has been completely redone. So you might remember the style the old bathroom looked like, which with a traditional tub and like, everything was like white. Now you have it with a marble surface, and I will show you how that came out. So here's a marble bathtub, and what happens to marble? It gets very cold. So I wonder, when you put hot water in this tub, how long it actually takes for the hot water to warm up the marble that you can use this tub without sitting down and basically freezing off your bum because it is a cold piece of marble. I had this issue before at another hotel. I can't exactly remember where it was, but it was a marble tub and the water was warm, but you sat down and then you basically froze because you were sitting on a cold piece of marble, or you have to like let the hot water run for a very long time for the entire stone to warm up. But the space is rather big. This is almost like a small onsen. Plenty of towels. So yeah, definitely like a mini onsen, mini plunge pool. Like can use like, at least it's big enough for 2 people in the very least. Then here you get the bath robe, and the shower is also brand new. Here you have the rainforest shower head, and this is more like a wooden, I don't think it's wood, but it's a wood style in terms of the decor. And the Aesop amenities were retained. However, now you have large bottles of the Aesop instead of the small ones that you had before. But at least it is classy because they are not mounted to the wall. And I don't think it's necessary. Like, who's staying at Park Hyatt Tokyo and steals the large Aesop bottles? So people will come here, just use it properly, and then leave them behind respectfully instead of messing with them. I think that's the least you should expect when you stay at a high-class hotel. And here we have the Toto washlet, the toilet, still in a separate room or like a partition. Artwork, lighting, opening up automatically. And you also have the double sink with more Aesop amenities, artwork, good lighting, and plenty of towels. Then we come to the walk-in wardrobe, and here we get plenty of space as well. You have the hangers, and I already put some luggage here. Winter jacket. It's actually a little bit cold this week. It's freezing temperature, and it was snowing 2 days ago. Then here you have an ironing board, and there is an in-room safe. There are some shoe horns here, and shoe shine service, laundry service, some slippers, kimono, and the vanity table right over here. So all in all, very beautiful, spacious, and yeah, as I mentioned, this used to be the former Park Suite. So now they have classified this as a Premier Suite, which means this particular suite is now not available for upgrades officially. That means you have to pre-book it, or you have to go and see if one of the official Park Suites or the deluxe suites, which are also available for standard room upgrades and redemptions, open up. And from what I saw personally on the description, those are the previous corner rooms or deluxe corner rooms, which I personally like, but I really wonder why they reclassified this as a premium suite and then basically put it out of reach for the upgrades. But I think what the Park Hyatt Tokyo tried to do is they wanted to make this a little bit more of an upscale property. You will also realize that the rates went up considerably, and that reflects in roughly 150,000 yen plus plus, which is rather considerable in terms of how the market is in Tokyo or in Japan generally for overseas or international branded properties. Everything has become high priced and expensive, and the Park Hyatt Tokyo, I think that was expected when they reopened, is no exception to that, and we will see how this turns out in the long run. But the Japanese market right now is booming, and the currency, even though it has dampened a little bit, is not doing it much of a favor either. So we will have a look at the other areas of the hotel. But until then, thank you for watching, and please subscribe, and we will have a look at more features of this beautiful hotel and other properties around. Thank you, and see you in the next one.